Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
It's a new month. That means new stock picks. And to kick things off, Nina Mishra, Brian Hamilton here. Talking tech once again, right? That seems to be the popular topic. Nina, we start with you. You're looking at Texas Instruments.
Yes, so it's a global semiconductor company. Their chips are used in everything from mobile phones to industrial equipments and many smart products. This company reported excellent results for the third quarter, beating on both the top and bottom lines, and their guidance was also better than the street consensus. So if you go to detailed estimates page, you can see that analysts really like the result and the guidance, and their estimates have been going up since the results, and the company has in fact been beating consistently this year. If you see, the average surprise for the last 4 quarters was 9.2%, and this strong growth, it came mainly due to strong performance in the auto and industrial segments of the company. And this company is actually poised to benefit a lot from the Internet of Things or IoT technology, because they produce building blocks required to enable the IoT. In fact, the embedded processes unit, which supplies those blocks, saw a growth of 17% year over year in the latest quarter. Another reason why I like this company a lot is because they have been returning a lot of cash to shareholders in the form of dividends and share buybacks. In the last 14 years, they have increased their dividend consistently every single year. And during that period, they have also reduced their share count by more than 40%. And just recently, they announced a big 24% increase in their dividend, which takes their dividend yield to a very juicy 2.55%. Now, not many tech companies with such growth prospects pay that kind of dividend. So this looks really interesting. It's a Zacks rank number 2 stock as of now, buy, and the industry rank is also in the top 2%. So that also looks very good.
They're also putting R&D dollars into that embedded processing market as well as analog market.
Yes, especially the IoT market is growing very rapidly. So this company is poised to benefit a lot from that trend.
Sure. Brian, you're talking about Cisco Systems. Now, it used to be known as a computer networking company, but now they're going through a little bit of a transition, right?
Yes, and that's the really interesting thing about Cisco, and that's what analysts are really liking about them. They're really shifting away from their legacy switcher and router business, and they're really going into these high areas of growth within technology, which is the cloud, the Internet of Things, cybersecurity, and enterprise collaboration. And this recent shift was reflected in their most recent earnings report, where we saw 2 really interesting items come out of there. The reoccurring revenues, which are from their software sales and their subscriptions, now account for almost 1/3 of their total revenues. And this turnaround story is doing so well that management actually increased revenue guidance for next quarter. And I initially thought it was going to be about 1%, and now they expect it to be between 1 and 3%. Now, the turnaround story is really what analysts love at this point in time, because it's the areas of growth in which they're going after now. And we have several analysts who actually increased their target price to $40, and the Zacks consensus earnings estimates have also been positively revised to the next 2 quarters and the next 2 years. Now, for their cybersecurity division, they announced last week that they're teaming up with Interpol, the international crime-fighting people, for their cybersecurity. So that's another big boost for one of their big growth areas. And all this has positively impacted the price as of late. And I want to show you the pricing consensus graph here. As you can see, 2016 to now, we've had a nice little upwards, but the most recent earnings report and the impact of the shift of their new philosophy has really caused it to rise here. But most importantly, we have year-over-year increases in annual estimates. That gives us a really solid growth story going forward. I also want to show you their detailed estimates page. As you can see, how all this news has positively impacted here. as you can see, since their earnings announcement, we have the next 2 quarters have been positively revised, and the next 2 years have been positively revised. And they also have a nice, they tend to beat the estimate expectations, so they have a usually about 1.7% positive earnings surprise. But also, like Texas Instruments, who pays a nice dividend, Cisco is actually paying a 3.09% annual dividend. So we have a company that's really transforming itself, going after some high growth areas, and they're going to pay us a solid 3.09% annual dividend while they do it.
Interesting to keep an eye on that one, I'm sure. Do either of you own these?
I don't.
I have both these positions in the income investor portfolio.
Okay, but not outside of that.
No.
All right. Don't forget, more stock information always on our website, Zacks.com. Get over to the homepage and check it out with Nina and Brian. I'm Terry Ruffalo.